I don't have that much to say this week, but I wanted to catch you up. I do have a few things. Um, First of all, how do I look? Um, I got some new earrings, and I made fingernails are getting better. You know, each time I do this, I practice and I feel like I'm getting better at it. I wanted to talk about something exciting. I hope will become something. Um, I was at I went in dressed like this to a coworker's office, and she reminded me of a friend of hers who's in the publishing industry, and she she had talked about this person last year, and I think last year, and he's in theater, he's in movies, he's in publishing. So we were talking, and she said that this man would be interested in all sorts of, just all around was the impression. Um, so I have this memoir that I've had on Amazon, and it's available through Kindle. It talks about my cross-dressing and my experiences with my mom and my writing and a few other things. So I've been wanting to get it published. It is on Amazon, but it's a draft, and I'd like to. I'm not really satisfied. It's funny I mention it, and then of course I kind of say, don't go buy it. Um, but I was reminded talking with my friend to reach out to him, and I mentioned my memoir. I mentioned this, and I think it would be personally. I think it would be a great idea for a book. There's got to be somebody out there who would be interested in my life. It's a memoir of my writing, wanting to get into film. It's called Seeking Sunshine, and about my writing and my crush on Madonna, and my mom growing up with somebody who um, would hear neighbors. I think that she was, I guess it was in her head, um, but later on, too late in life, really. So it's about that, and cross-dressing, of course, and several other things. I want to make it more of a book, um, and I guess I just need time, and that goes along with the other thing that I want to mention. In case you didn't know, I the department that I was working in through a temp agency has been eliminated. So it's back to square one. I'm out of a job. Um, and I was really concerned about that. Some friends have lent me some money to get by, but I have high hopes. Listen to this. Okay, this is cool. All right, so I'll tell you about the man, this man. I got home and I emailed him and mentioned the different topics and that I'd like to expand them into a full-size book. And he emailed back. I think I sent him my. Oh, no, no, no. He emailed back and he said, could you send me your material? I'm not sure. He said, I'm not sure if you're interested in writing or publishing, but he seemed interested in send me your material. So I replied back, and along with a PDF attachment of my book, well, it's almost more like an outline at this point, and so I hadn't heard from him for a while, for about a week. This would have been Thursday, and this being Saturday. yesterday, a week later, I emailed him and asked, "How did you read my book?" And he replied, "Yes, I have, and I um, I looked at your material. I looked." He said, "I looked at your material that you sent me, and I read through your other books." And um, and he asked an interesting question. I guess it has nothing to do with that, but he asked about well, he asked about my mom, kind of my lineage. Maybe that'll come in handy. I don't know. He said that so many words, it wouldn't be apparent, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm eager to see why he asked, and maybe we could work together. And I'm really excited. Okay, so there's one, and another was, oh, there was this company in San Diego that is looking for someone. It's essentially office assistant, and it's a remote job. Now, I have I have a degree in television, radio, and film, primarily in screenwriting, but also um, in video editing. And I I wanted so much. This is the Madonna in me. I wanted so much to move to Los Angeles, to Southern California. I feel like I've always felt like um, I my life would have been different. I would have met somebody, would have had a family, and things would have been different. Um, by the way, my eyebrows. I I know if my eyebrows seem a little bushy right now, it's because I'm letting them grow in, and I'm going to have a professional. Once I get a job, good paying job, and steady income coming in, I'm going to, I know exactly where I'm going. I'm going to have somebody trim my eyebrows to become more feminine. And so I don't have to, before I was kind of that, um, worried about walking around, in my male guise. But I'm not really that worried anymore. So I'm gonna have um, I'm gonna have them feminized. That's about as far as I'll go. I'm not thinking about taking hormones, um, and I'm still not. I'm hesitant. I don't want to get my ears pierced. I think clip-ons are okay so far. I do, however, I do, on the other hand, want to get training in my voice. I know I'm getting better, or at least I think I'm getting better. My makeup is getting better. Um, so, all right, so San Diego. Okay, so it'll be a remote job, and I noticed this on LinkedIn, and having almost fallen for a scam before, where it's too good to be true. Have you ever seen those? Pardon me. Um, I contacted the company independently and asked, "Is this real?" Excuse me, boy, I'm having the hiccups. Sorry about that. Um, and so he said, "No, it's real. It's real." And he said, "We are looking for outside, somebody working remotely." And it's actually kind of fun. I got my cover letter. I didn't do it that very day, but I wanted to get my cover letter really good, well worded, and got my resume. I've already had my resume all prepared, um, but the next day, that evening, I think I applied. It was really cool because they had they allowed you to send the resume and the cover letter, and then it's in the music industry, which is why I'm mentioning here. Um, and they had like a 1 minute, like a 2 minute, up to 2 minute spot where you can upload a video explaining what's your favorite music, and I said 1980s, of course, and um, I mentioned Prince, I mentioned Madonna, Billy Joel, and Duran Duran, and Phil Collins, um, and I mentioned how important that it's rare that I am able to actually talk about my college degree, television, radio, and film, because here in this area that's far away from San Diego, um, I've had to use the transferable skills um, term, so that technique, and so that's why I built this office experience up. I'm 49. I'm going to be 49 in November. Um, so I feel like it's been stunted. My career has been stunted. So I really hope I really hope I have a good chance at this San Diego job. Um, and in that question, that 2 minute thing, it asked, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And this time I was able to say something about singing, or I mentioned an interest in film. I didn't want to lie, an interest in film and TV, but that I see myself perhaps performing, and excuse me, I'm getting my voice better. um, and so performing, and so I sent it off, and I got an automated response back. You know, I'm careful about those things. I'm kind of wary that sometimes when you apply, they don't necessarily get your application. So it's good that I got something. Plus, well, I don't want to go into anything further, but aside from that job, um, I have an advocate um, in a job that I formerly had, and she spoke up. She was really kind, and hopefully between the two of them, I think my chances are closer to this other one rather than the San Diego job. But anyway, um, I hope so. I have an interview this Monday morning, about 10 o'clock. So please don't call. You don't know my number, but those of you who do, just don't call, please. You get a busy signal. All right. So besides that, let me see. Oh, I've been drawing myself away from YouTube. I know my voice sounds like it's going down, doesn't it? I'll speak higher. There, okay. I've been trying to um, steer myself away so much from YouTube, and get into the TV that I enjoyed growing up. And I believe that it's atrophied, frankly. The stuff that I used to enjoy. Tell me if you've experienced something like this. I think if I surround myself with television I used to grow up with, and I used to love Art Bell and talk shows, and I'd like to get into that surround myself with that again, so I can feel it's reinvigorated again. All right, hold on a moment. You know, I've been debating. I don't know how to go beyond the scope. I started this channel because first of all, I want to practice my dressing up, but I wanted to narrow it to my creative aspects, but I ran out, frankly, for an entire video, really. I said what I wanted to do, but I get all dressed up like this, and I guess my fetish is kicking in. I'm sorry, um, but I thought maybe I could talk to you, who, if you don't know about my other channel, Visionary Ventures, if you know me just through this, I thought I'd share some of my interests. Um, oh, this book. Um, I still am interested in the paranormal. I very much so in UFOs, and I had a large box, maybe two boxes full of ghosts and UFOs, Loch Ness monster, and so forth. And I had lots of boxes. There was a move in 2019, 2018, December, and I lost an awful lot in that move. But fortunately, right before the department was eliminated, um, I felt free enough that I had enough money, so I've been buying some replacements. This isn't the original book I had, but this is the level. See, when I was in growing up, I was about 10, 11, something like that. This was the level of material I was reading. Let me show you some others. This is another one. I remember this. In fact, this is not the book, but this is the same cover. When I'm going on Amazon, I'm trying to find, as best I can, I'm trying to find the books that had the same covers. Sadly, they don't. I'm one for records, and I guess I've lost forever, I guess, the little price tags that would maybe indicate where I bought it, but I guess that's a price to pay. But I got, this. Other than that, this is an exact, my sense, replica of one of the books I lost. And here's another one. Now, accidentally, I got two of them. But this is the real book that I was going for when I got the other one. At the same time. Now, a little bit of it. I got, let me see. Is it here? Yes. Ooh. I have to, it says Intruders. Now, I'll have to, I'm not going to do it on the air now. I don't want to rush things, but it looks like the tape is stuck. I don't want to risk ripping it, but I borrowed, no, I saw this, I don't remember how I discovered this, but I discovered this book first, and then discovered he had written in here about his earlier book, this. And this is the same cover of the book. A lot of them, growing up, a lot of them I had gotten very, very free, very cheap from the library. They would have oodles of books. Sometimes I'd really luck out. I'd go to the annual book sale that they would have. They would have a garage sale underneath the library, and for about 25 cents you could get a paperback. I think hardcovers were $1, and that was the first day. And then I think it would start at Friday, and then Saturday, and then Sunday, of course. At some point, you could, like, for $1, you could get a whole bag. So that's how I got a lot of my books. And I've been thinking about I might as well mention it right now. There was a book, The Walton Experience. It was paperback, and it shows him being zapped. It shows like here, right about here. It shows a flying saucer, and it shows a beam, whoop, going. Oh, it's kind of hard to do here. and then it shows Travis Walton here. And the reason why, oh, now I got that um, practically for free. If you consider, I bought it amidst other books in a bag for $1. It was virtually free, and I had depends on how many books, right, you load in the bag. So that dollar go as long as you can stuff all of it in one bag. You just pay $1. So it was virtually free. So I got that, and then guess what I left over from the in the move, and I feel really sad. I have a later version, an email, a Kindle version of it, but I suspect that things have been added, things have been changed. So I'm a believer in physical media, and that way you know that it can't be edited, can't become suddenly unavailable. I also had a complete collection of James Bond novels, Ian Fleming ones. I think there aren't that many actually. They're like something like 14. My mom got me most of them. And I had, interesting note, I hadn't known about, I knew about James Bond, but I hadn't seen any of the movies until I was in college. I remember sometime in my high school years, I went to Israel, and notice, by the way, I'm wearing my Jewish star, Star of David. So I remember something. I remember posters, and I remember things about James Bond when I was over there. But I hadn't ever seen a James Bond. The closest I ever came was watching a trailer for, it must have been 1987, watching a trailer for, what was that second one? I remember License to Kill. I remember the one, the Timothy Dalton, he's so cute. The Timothy Dalton first movie he had. I can't remember the name of it. The Living Daylights, I think. The Living Daylights, and that would have been a trailer for a movie I'd want, whatever the movie was, and it may have been Harry and the Hendersons for all I know. And then I remember in 1989, the summer of 1989, that was one of my favorite. This is a good introduction, by the way, in case you didn't know much about me. 1989, the summer, is one of my favorite times. You had Batman and Ghostbusters 2 and Star Trek 5, The Abyss. The Abyss, by the way, is a great movie, by the way. A whole bunch of movies, Weekend at Bernie's. And I remember having this channel called Movie Time. And it's since become E, and then now it's almost defunct by now. But so during the summer, they were advertised, as the summer was heating up, approaching, they had something called, they were calling it Summertime Movie Time, and they would show clips and interviews. Great channel. I remember my best friend introduced me to the channel. He called me on the phone, and he said, come, look, turn on this channel. And it was wonderful. Sci-Fi Channel, I think, is also, personally, I think it's gone downhill. But I guess you go with what you have. I really haven't watched either channel, in a long time. But anyway, I know my voice is going down. I've got to get practice with that. That's something I also want to do. I want to engage with people who are voice talents. I need somebody, maybe we could do split screen. I've thought about this for an awful long time. Somebody, experts who will keep me from lowering my voice. But I think they would be beneficial for you all. Oh, in case I hadn't mentioned something, I did, there's another channel, Strictly Anonymous, And sometime not that long ago, um, she was looking for some kind of guest to come on. These are only audio, and she emailed. I've been sending her each time I dress up and do something like this. I sent her my photos, and she emailed me and said, "Hey, um, somebody she needs something happened at the last minute, and she quickly needs a guest." So I said, "Sure." And so I talked for about 15 minutes in feminine voice, and she still was impressed. And so I don't know if I want to. She said she's putting it on Patreon. It's called Strictly Anonymous, and this isn't a plug at any. This isn't a plug at all, but at all, but it's just bragging rights, I guess. Okay, so I do want to have guests on. I want to do like a split screen. I know how to do it. I just need the people to be able to do it. Or if you think you want to come on, you think you have something to say, please comment below, and please be constructive. Um, I fashion, music, makeup, um, maybe I've been watching lately. I've been watching um, LGBT, trans issues. And I debated whether, I almost did, I debated whether to make that part of this channel, but I decided not to. I decided there are so many channels that are already doing it, so I wanted to build up, this persona of me as Samantha, and it just didn't seem to fit with the channel. So I guess I guess that's about it, huh? Until next time. I was kind of back to that Travis Walton book. I found it. I've been looking for several years on Amazon and eBay and all those other sites, and it's weird. There's a bookseller called, I think it's Able Books, that said that, oh, we found your book. And then I go and look, and it's like several $100s. Oh, I'm not that interested in getting the book back. So if maybe, well, I don't know. I was kind of fantasizing. Somebody out there could steer me in the direction where I could find the book. An original, like an earlier, it was really nice. I had like a 1970s version. I don't remember the exact publication date. I can look it up, but I don't trust when they come up with later editions. As I said, that things haven't been changed or altered. So anyway, if you have topics, by the way, that you want to suggest, please comment below. I guess that's it for right now. I think red looks good on me, actually, now that I'm seeing this. I'm going to get used to that. So I guess I'll talk to you next time, and maybe I'll incorporate other things besides UFO books and interests of mine. Maybe I can share, I do have another thing available on Amazon. I think it's called My Story Work, but I'll leave that for another time. I'll think of other ways to branch out, because you know how quickly, how quickly my career path is going. So, all right, so enough of all that. I'll talk to you next time. Good night.